Now, one question common to individuals starting a new SQL language is whether transactions are supported. Amazon Redshift does support transaction statements. Begin transaction and begin work are synonyms. Myself, I'm mostly familiar with begin transaction, so that's the one that I use. Once a transaction is begun, you have both rollback and commit options. Now, if you do not specify a begin transaction statement, the transaction of each individual statement and the related commit are implied. Package deal there. Now, for you true data nerds out there, you can even specify an isolation level. You can specify serializable, read uncommitted, read committed, or repeatable read, as long as you recognize that Redshift is just going to do it all serializable. In other words, this syntax is supported to match up with the ANSI standard, but Redshift behind the scenes only supports serializable. So you do get concurrent transactions, but they're completely unaware of each other until they have absolutely either committed or rolled back. Redshift does this behind the scenes using a snapshot approach. And of course, you can just leave the isolation level statement out and still get the same effect. Now, for those of you that are put off by this, you need to keep reminding yourself this is an OLAP database. Now, the true workhorse of any querying to be done on your database will be the select statement. Amazon Redshift Select is full-featured and supports all the from, where, group by, having, and order by clauses that you know and love. Unions, intersects, except statements, all supported, as are subqueries and correlated subqueries. With statements, what us SQL Server users know as common table expressions, are also supported, giving you all the options that you could ever want to create logically complex statements nearly impossible for anyone else to read, including yourself if you walk away for 24 hours. But oh, the power! Also, you have windowing functions, which is great for an OLAP data source. You have two types, aggregates and ranking. The ranking functions include a dense rank, an entile, a percent rank, and row number. And the aggregates are all those that you could imagine, plus maybe a couple that you couldn't. There's sum, average, min, max, and about 15 others, things such as lag and standard deviation pop and standard deviation samp, which is also an alias for just standard deviation. Now, there is no rollup statement that some of you may have in other engines such as SQL Server, but the concept is fully accessible through a combination of group by, union, and other clauses. Just means that you might have to use a little more syntax to get there. Again, what I recommend most is spending some time with the published Amazon Redshift Database Developer Guide. This is your authoritative source and the complete documentation for Amazon Redshift supported SQL syntax. Now, we've been working with SQL Workbench J, which leverages the JDBC driver to connect to your Amazon Redshift instance. I kind of blew right through it, though, while we were setting up our connection. So let's go back now and re-look at setting up a connection for a moment and then jump into a demo.